is bad. Santa Ann. Oh,
Pay
God.
attention, readers and leaders. World-renowned author Jordan Wells has teamed up with Hip Hop News Uncensored for a special offer just for you. That's right. I want everybody listening under the sound of my voice to click on the link at the top line of the description box and make sure you go grab yourself one of his many books right now. I'm guaranteeing you this book, any one of these books, will change your life and the way that you see things. The link is at the top of the description box. Ready, set, go.
Obviously, we've seen the message from Black Rob in the hospital giving condolences to DMX. Can you kind of take us through a timeline from that phone call to the time he passed?
I'm the one that did record. I was in his hospital room and I video recorded that and I put on my IG and everybody reposted and it went viral. But the thing was about that. I've been working with Rob since August of 2020. Rob doesn't run his Instagram page, so if you put it IG, the real Black Rob, he doesn't run that. The guy that I think was once his role manager, but they stopped doing business. So now because of the situation with Black Rob, everybody coming out the woodworks and want to be on board. Then became a lot of Chiefs and no Indians. So I got Black Rob booked in Atlanta, Georgia for All-Star Weekend, March 5th. Since March 5th, Black Rob has not been in New York City. He came down. A man GE had bookmark. He had booked Black Rob to perform. On that ticket was Black Rob, Mr. Cheeks, Ed Levels hosting it. Benzino came through. Cassidy. The sixth was Beanie Siegel performed as well as his Beanie Siegel birthday bash. So Black Rob, whoever he was staying with prior of coming to Atlanta March 5th, they texted them, stated that wherever you at, you need to stay there, don't come back here, so on and so forth. So he had no place to stay. So he stayed in a hotel in Atlanta, Georgia, and then him and his son was rocking out for like a day or two. But Black Rob Jr., his son, had been back to New York. And so when Rob funds was getting low, a friend of mine named Goldmouth, he went and got Black Rob a hotel in Stockbridge, Georgia, for like a week. In the midst of Black Rob being in that hotel, he started swelling up. Because he had, he go to dialysis, and he hasn't been going to his dialysis. So Goldmouth had called me. He was like, "Yo, Rob's swelling up, and what to do." So he called the ambulance, and they took him to a hospital. Everybody that was saying they was involved with Black Rob, they can't even name the hospital that he was in step by step. Everybody became like an opportunist all of a sudden. So when he went to the hospital, I think he's been there for like 6 days. Goldmouth picked him up, dropped him off at some juice bar in Atlanta, Georgia. Whereas that when I picked Black Rob up, a friend of mine named Cricket had a house in Fayetteville, Georgia. He brought him out. We brought him out there. So while he was staying at this guy Cricket house, same thing. You know what I mean? We took him to a dollar center, and you can't just walk into a dollar center. They got to go through the procedures of having you one of their patients there. So back to the drawing board again. Rob started swelling up. So Cricket said, "Yo, he looks bad. I need to call the ambulance for him." It's his second time going to the hospital now. Now he went to Piedmont, Fayetteville. So when he went to that one, Rob was they was treating him with his kidneys and stuff. Then he got a certain procedure he needed to be done. And that hospital couldn't do it, so they transferred him from Piedmont, Fayetteville to Piedmont, Atlanta. I went to go see him in Piedmont, Atlanta. That's when the DMX passed away. So I put a video recorded Rob talking in the bed because he needed help, and it's gotten out of control where people with the right backing and finances was able to step in, and that's why I video recorded him being in a hospital in that condition. But some people yo, why did you do it? You know, when you feeling that. Everybody sugarcoating shit. People need to know that he needs help. You know, he's fucked up. He needs help.
Yeah.
Correct. Now, in the hospital when you put the video out. Now, recently, you know, all the hip hop blogs started talking about Diddy, and you were critical of Diddy for not, you know, helping Black Rob adequately enough. Can you talk about Diddy's role in the whole situation and why you feel like Diddy owes, you know, Black Rob to help him?
He doesn't owe him. He's not obligated him. Nobody else is obligated to do anything for anybody. Even you're not obligated to do anything for anybody. You don't have to. You know what I'm saying? Just say another celebrity is financially messed up. You're not obligated to send money or help at all. You ain't saying that. But when Rob, you hear me?
Yeah, we do now. It got kind of chopped up at first. Say that again. I'm sorry.
Right. When Rob left that hospital, right, his friend Wop picked him up and brought him back to the juice bar. Cause his friend Wop owns a juice bar. So from that point on, you know, I put Rob in the hotel, downtown Atlanta on P Street. That's when we made the second video. And Rob said himself, you know, I'm in pain. I've been going through this XYZ. You know, me and my man trying to find a crib, apartment or something, you know. So his friend Watt was standing on the sideline. So from that point, when that went up, Diddy reached out to Watt, and the hotel room was in my name. So Sean Cohen Enterprise paid for the room for another 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So Diddy did reach out, you know what I mean? But when I put the video out there, you know, for Rob help, you know, people were, you know, dragging their feet. I guess they got skeptical because people started GoFundMe's and, you know, some guy out of California, he helped. His name is Mike Zombie. He started GoFundMe. I reached out to him, like, you know, who you spoke to, you know? He said, well, I DM Black Rob Instagram. So Rob doesn't run his Instagram. So that's not Black Rob you're talking to. So then I was like, you know, I'm with Rob. I'm hands on with Rob. So therefore, somehow this guy, Mark Curry, that was an artist signed a bad boy, he wrote a tell-all book against Diddy. He went and, you know, hating agendas, you know, reached out to the dude, Mike Zombie. I guess, you know, yo, don't fuck with Kal Dawson, fuck with me. So his name ended up being on the beneficiary of the GoFundMe.
Wow.
So you saying Mark Curry was doing backhanded shit?
Yeah, he's a bitch ass dude. I'm saying, and I'm stamping on that. You know what I mean? He did a lot of fouls. He was not around Black Rob all the time that he was in Atlanta, Georgia. Mark Curry, he lives in Atlanta, Georgia. He didn't offer Rob come stay with me or sleep on the couch. He never did that. But he got on another podcast of Gully TV and was stating that, well, Rob wasn't homeless. He was so. He was so homeless. If somebody tell you don't come back here, you are homeless. You don't have no home. He been staying in hotels. Therefore, he is homeless. That's why I put him in it's not what you say, what you can prove. And you know, Mark, I guess I don't know what it is. You know, he's cloud chasing, whatever case may be, but he was not involved with Black Rob since he been in Atlanta March 5th. He's fronting.
Let me ask you this. There's a video that you put up on your IG moments after Black Rob gets out the hospital. It's you, Black Rob, Mark Curry, and another brother filming. You say you're not going to play the audio because there was something going on. Can you talk about that now?
That wasn't me. The guy that was in the camera, Goldmouth, he the one that didn't play he muted the conversation. So that was when, see, that's the third time I ran into Mark Curry. You know what I mean? He came, he met Rob at the hotel, right? And we was talking. I was saying that, yo, he needs a place, you know, a little 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom apartment. He needs a way to get back and forth to the dialysis. If the ambulance can't pick him up, he needs a way to get to the dialysis 3 times a week. You know what I mean? So that what that conversation was about.
Gotcha.
It's not what he wants, it's all about what he needs. So when I put that video up of Rob in the hospital, DJ Self reached out to me, and like Jay-Z had called Self called me, and was like, you know, Big Homie was like, yo, what do he need? I was telling him what he need, and you know, something supposed to have went through from that side of reference for Black Rob, but that never happens. Like I said, maybe because they see a couple of different GoFundMe's on, a lot of people didn't know what was going on, who to send their bread to. Just a lot of confusion came in, and everybody got a voice of opinion now. So I did what I could do as a friend, and I did for Rob as a manager. So all these other people, like I said, they wasn't involved with him like that. And all of a sudden now, the day he passed away, I left Black Rob on a Thursday, last week Thursday, and I had a show with Benny Siegel and Freeway in Hampton, Virginia. And then Saturday, I had a show booked for Mr. Cheeks. So I told Rob, I'm bouncing Friday morning. I'll see you Sunday. So when we leaving Hampton, Virginia, halfway going to Baltimore, Maryland, everybody been texting my phone. I'm driving. Everybody texting me, is it true? Is it true? Oh my God, is it true? So I was, what the hell are they talking about? I pulls over, right? And the lady, Queen, that she was the one like helping Rob, like she's a nurse. I called her, said, what's going on? And she said that me and Mark Curry went to Rob's hotel room and we found Rob on the floor talking about, his legs ain't working. He can't walk. I said, word? So we took him to the hospital. Then from there, Rob said that he didn't want to go to a hospital. So they took him to another hospital. Rob allegedly was like, nobody's sticking on needles at me. I don't want to go in there. I ain't going in there. And they took him to his friend Juice Bar. And I guess that's when his health collapsed again. And then I guess they tried to take him to another hospital. And that's when, they pronounced Rob being dead.
Now, there were rumors out there that Diddy was going to pay for the funeral, and you made a statement also saying everybody want to do something when you're dead and gone. Can you talk about rumors Diddy paying for the funeral and the statement you made? Like everybody coming out of the woodworks now that Black Rob is dead and gone.
He is paying for his funeral and take care of the arrangement. His funeral is going to be April 30th in Harlem on 128th Street and Adam Clayton Powell. It's from 9 to 11, the viewing. He needed assistance before he passed away. And, like I said, Diddy did extended his hotel room. I guess that was a grace period to figure some things out. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I don't know. People said that, Diddy had, reached out to help Rob and Rob denied it. I don't know. That could be hearsay. It could be true. I don't know. I can't speak about that really. But my thing when I shot that video of him being in the hospital, if that's your man and he was signed to your leg, I don't know what happened to the relationship. Like I say, Diddy is not obligated to do nothing for him, but due to certain circumstances, all it is a press of a button to be like, go from your account to someone else to make sure, what he need. Keep talking, contemplating it. That's they work for damn. He's dead and gone now. So, like a lot of celebrities, right? When they're alive, the people don't do nothing for them. When they dead, everybody do something for you. It seems like you work more to some people dead than you are alive. Mm-hmm. So it takes him passing away. Okay, I'm gonna pay for his funeral, but he needed He needed his own place. He need to go back and forth. The day I shot that video, and then I asked him. That's my voice you hear. What do I feel about X? And then he said something about DMX. So that day he tried to discharge himself out, and I'm gonna go DMX funeral. Nah, Rob, you can't. You fucked up. You need to stay here. This folk take care of you. You know what I'm saying? And he told the nursing home, nah, I ain't getting discharged. I'm staying. So before he passed away, my thing was you couldn't force him like you a man, Mark Curry. You couldn't be like, nah, you need to stay at this hospital because if he can't feel his leg, it's serious.
Yeah.
So that's a poor decision that he made. But as soon as my beef came, as soon as he passed away, you up on Instagram. If you go to Mark Instagram, thank for your donations. Black Rob passed away. You even reach out to the people in his immediate circle. He didn't call me and be like, yo, Kal, Rob just passed away. You didn't notify his kids or nobody. You ran straight to Instagram. So you clout chasing.
You think his tears were fake?
His whole style is fake to me. His whole style is chump to me. You know what I mean? Because you live in Atlanta. I think at one point in time, him and Rob lived together and he got evicted, but he never offered Rob, come stay with me. My man Cricket, yo, I got a big 4-bedroom crib. Cricket stayed not too far from the rapper Rick Ross. He stayed in that area. He said, yo, I said me and Cricket was helping him, but Mark Curry don't even know Cricket. A day or two ago, you put a rumor out. Cricket left Black Rob in the hospital for dead. No, he did not. He lied on that man's name. He wasn't making sure Rob was going to dialysis, but you got in contact with that guy with the GoFundMe as the beneficiary. He's a piece of shit.
Let me ask you this. Black Rob, first trip to the hospital. He looks bad. Everyone's obviously voicing their concern, sharing their concern. What happened between, was there anything that could have happened, to the best of your knowledge, between then and then him passing that the hospital may have done, or court? Was there something lingering in Black Rob that was in court? Like, how did that work to where he was in the hospital looking bad and all of a sudden he just passed away? Was that coincidence, or could have something been done, in your opinion?
Well, Rob, through his immediate people, his circles, Rob been dealing with that dialysis. He had like 4 or 5 strokes in the past. He had an issue with dialysis is for years. But my thing is, when he was in that hospital and I made that video right away, I mean, here, this needs to be done for him, like blah, 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 blah. If there's a hospital in the United States that, is specialized in, kidney shit like that, higher people could have had him shipped from there to that spot. I mean, having flown from there to there, and he's been probably treated the right way. But hey, like I said, Prodigy, like the same thing. Soon Prodigy passed away, or they want to do something for Prodigy afterwards as a tribute. The man can't see that right now. You know what I'm saying? It's like all the help and attention could have been done before he got into that stage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now a lot of
first thing they want to do for you in the hood, you pass away, you get shot, get killed. They want to light the crime scene. They want to light candles up.
Yeah.
Burn that, all the other stuff, and that's cool. But you know what I mean? That's not what he needed. He needed to see y'all do something for him before that happened.
Definitely. Now I know you did mention, you cleared up the drugs. A lot of people saying, that he possibly was on drugs. I heard you clear that up.
He was Rob at that time. All he doing was smoking weed. Mm-hmm. In his blood was no cocaine, no heroin, none of that. This was marijuana in his bloodstream. People always want to point the fingers and and downplay somebody else. He's a hip hop legend. I mean, I knew of Black Rob because I'm from New York City, I'm from Queens. I'm familiar with a lot of people in the industry with music, so I ain't know him personally until August when I started working with him as a manager. I was getting him booked. So he had a show booked tomorrow. I had 3 shows booked for him. He had a show April 24th in Detroit. He had another show booked May 30th in Gary, Indiana, and another show August 14th. So I had to send them people back their deposits. Right. So all these so-called people that was around them, all this other shit, like, mix me with that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I call it nigga shit. Like, all of a sudden, he dead. Now everybody want to step up to the plate. Yo, that's my man, and all the other stuff. A lot of people don't know what was going on. Rob never been back to New York City since March 5th of 2021.
To the best of your knowledge, knowing Rob for the time that you did he ever talk about the publishing and owing royalties and things like that when it came to Bad Boy? Was he owed money, in his opinion, when it came to his contract with Bad Boy? Was it bad business? Like, did he ever talk to you about that part?
I never asked, but I know that him as an artist, he didn't know. It's common sense. Him as an artist, he didn't own his masters of publishing.
Right. So
I don't need to ask that question. You know what I mean?
I got you.
I didn't ask him. The thing was, it's like, are you and a homeboy? Are you cool? Did you talk? Like, it's 2 sides to everybody's story. It's Rob's side, is his ex-label side. There's the lie and the truth. You know what I mean? Then the politics come in the mix. So, I never asked him a question about. I know he don't own his publishing and all that stuff. He got his masters.
Right.
What was his last days like, man? Could you explain to the people how was he like for his last days here on Earth?
Rob had his moves and shit. You know what I mean? Because his health issue. As a man, he probably don't like his position. Like, money funny. You know what I mean? His health is bugged out. So of course you ain't gonna be all happy, jolly. I mean, you're gonna have mood swings. You know what I mean? But the day I was gonna leave, and I was like, "Yo, Rob, come me to Virginia." So he said, am I performing? I'm getting paid. I was like, nah. He said, so what I'm coming for? I don't need to go if I ain't getting paid. I don't need to go. You know what I'm saying? He was dead serious. So he was staying where he was at the hotel. But maybe that's a good thing that I didn't bring with him. So if he passed away on my watch, then everybody been saying this, saying that, yo, why are you having travel with you? His health is all messed up and that blah 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 blah. So he passed away. He was in the hands of Mark Curry, who didn't. The first time you took him to the hospital, you should have made them people admit him. That's what I felt. I mean, why would you take him to another hospital, then take him to his man's juice bar, and then his health and everything collapsed, then you rush him to the hospital, then you pronounce him dead. So that's a fucked up decision there. But my whole thing was, as soon as he passed away, you went on Instagram. For what? For what? You tell me that.
Powerful. We definitely appreciate your time. Any lasting remarks you want the people to know as we're about to put Black Rob to rest? Is anything you want the people to know? Any misconceptions out there that you want to lay to rest? Anything?
Only thing that I want to say that people who don't know, Rob, like I said, he's a hip hop legend. He's a good dude. He's at peace right now. So I ain't beefing with nobody. I did what I did for him as a friend. Running back and forth, back and forth. I mean, I don't have history with him as the people that did. I felt that people that was around him, they should have stepped up. But maybe they was done, fed up with the back and forth they was going through, whatever issue they had with him. But whatever was going on, because of his health, this could have been overlooked. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I just felt that when that video went up, a lot of people should have stepped in and helped, and they didn't. And he passed away. Then yesterday, another hip hop legend we lost, Shock G. Humpty Hump, he passed away.
Yep, rest in peace, Shock
So
G.
you said in April we lost DMX, Black Rob, and Shock G.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, I do what I could do. I was with him in the hospital. I was going to go see him. All these people was going to go visit him. I mean, like they can't take the names of the hospital he was in. I mean, so it's a bunch of bullshit. But he's gone now, so I guess he's at peace now. And his funeral's next week in Harlem. Long live Black Rob.
Definitely. Go ahead and drop your social media if you wish, where people can get in contact with you.
If people do want to reach out to me, my next thing, I'm trying to get to the Breakfast Club and Drink Champs, because the truth need to be whole. You know what I'm saying? I ain't here to bash everybody like Puffy could have did that. There's a whole lot of stuff that was going on with that label. It's not my business. You know what I mean? Craig Mack, Biggs, Loon, G Dep, that's the business. But my thing is, like I said, Rob at peace right now, and Mark Curry made a lot of decisions. I felt that he had a hidden agenda. He made a lot of poor decisions, if you ask me. But anybody want to reach me on Instagram is Dawson Kal, DawsonKal. I got footage of of the last days of Black Rob. Me and my people are affiliated with. We're gonna do something with that. And I got a lot of footage like the media don't even have. Like, I'm pretty sure somebody gonna make a movie about him or a documentary. They're gonna go by, him growing up in Harlem, I guess getting locked up, maybe doing what he did, then signing to the label and doing all that. What I mean? When you do stuff like that, you gotta get, the copyrights and permission from the whoever got to own his masters and stuff like that in order to play the music in the documentary. But what I got is footage from March 5th up until 2 days before he passed away.
Dope. One last question. You have any words for Diddy right now? If you want to say anything to him?
If Diddy listened to this, or if he addressed this situation, I ain't never came at Diddy on some negative way. I don't know Diddy. I never spoke to him.
Right.
You know what I mean? Somebody else, one of my clients that I deal with, she knows him very well. But like I said, I never bash his name or something. Like I said, Diddy, he did reach out to this goo named WAP, and he extended the room that I got Rob for extra 2 weeks. But you know what I mean? Like my thing was, I don't know if Diddy was busy, what case might be, but you know when I put the video up, you know what I mean? Diddy, you could have reached out to him quicker than you did. You know, you paying for his funeral. You know, that's typical, you know, shit in the hood, but you know, he's dead and gone now. So we can go down in history, yeah, his funeral was lit and all that, but I was trying to prevent him from dying, period. I'm not no multi-millionaire. You know what I'm saying? So the little problems that I had, I try to make it right with people around me, running back and forth. I mean, I live in Queens, New York. He's down in Atlanta, Georgia. So we trying to make some shit happen for him. So I just did what I could did. You know what I mean? Did he pay for his funeral? That's cool. He ain't obligated to do that, but you know, he did it. And as far as his masters and everything, if that get turned over to his siblings, cool. If not, you know, that's the business. I think, you know, Diddy should, you know what I mean? Like I said, everybody do something for you when you're dead and gone. You know, if he make a movie pertaining to Black Rob, his kids, I mean, like, should benefit behind that.
Most definitely. We got Kal Dawson on the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast. We definitely appreciate, you know, stopping by the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast today, brother.
Pierce?
Yeah, I hear you now still.
All right, cool. We definitely appreciate your time, Mr. Dawson. Thank you very much. I got one more question real quick before we get out of here. Are you going to talk to Mark Curry?
Hell fucking no. He's a liar. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't deal with fuckery. Listen, I come from the streets. You know what I'm saying? I'm not on nobody's paper. I did 4 bids, 3 states, 1 federal. I never snitched on nobody, never testified. I don't even call 911. But what he did, some real sucker shit. You know what I mean? Then you went and lied saying that you telling people Cricket left him for dead. You don't even know this man Cricket. Cricket stay in his house. You know what I mean? So I don't condone that. It's like if I knew 2 of your brothers personally, and somebody say, yo, them guys you interview with, yo, man, they told on somebody or they gay, I'm not gonna take it and run with it. You know what I'm saying? If you got going on your personal life, that's on you. I'm like, yo, people saying that, you know, you live an alternative lifestyle. You might tell me, yeah, I do. That's your business. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna put no lie on you like, yo, I seen this guy over here with a tranny. You know what I'm saying? It ain't true.
Or
No, that's why I'm respecting for that. I mean, he ain't my man, never was my man. He ain't gonna speak me a day in life, but I know the truth. You know the truth. He wanna score points with the media. He wanna tell all but for Diddy. So if you felt a certain way about Diddy, why you ain't post like a man? And see what you had to say to Diddy. You gonna write a book about it.
Definitely appreciate you, man, giving the real, and you know, a lot of people definitely gonna watch this, man. And yeah, hopefully you get on the Breakfast Club and the Drink Champs too to continue the story.
Indeed.
Definitely. All right,
and
brother.
also too, in that video, him in the hospital, it wasn't about nothing for clout. He needed help that was beyond my hands. You know what I mean? Everybody felt a certain way about it, but a closed mouth don't get fed. Rob ain't in position to help himself. But listen, y'all can help him. You're here. This is the video. Look, he fucked up in the hospital.
Yeah, I think it was needed.
It was definitely needed, and the conversation continues. So we definitely appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you know, people feel a certain way. Okay, but where was you at if you so-called know Rob and that? How do you know? It's some other guy that used to deal with him. I guess his road manager years ago, previously. They got some word on the Breakfast Club, like, yo, we reached out to Black Rob's manager. He said that he's in New York, but he didn't know that Black Rob was in Atlanta, Georgia. How do you not know he's in Atlanta? If he was dealing with it, you should know where he's at. So you fronting, you full of shit right now. You feel me?
Right.
Definitely. All right, man. Well, you know, it's been half hour. We definitely appreciate you once again, and the platform's always open, man. If you want to get something out on this platform,
Indeed.
All right, no doubt.